So, hello and welcome. Right, second part. Sorry, I keep looking over there. I am not a broadcaster like most people. I have that tendency to look at the screen, so I'm like looking at myself to see that I'm looking at you, but I can't because the camera's there. So, yeah, typical. Right, so I sat here purely for the start, just to be polite, but I need to actually move. So I'm going to get rid of the stool and switch cameras because we need to move on. Yesterday we left off, we had the tank on and the seat. I did need to replace this, well, not replace, but I needed to file this one bolt out. That's done. That took me like 30 seconds. It was just a small amount. So yeah, great. But what I want to do is really try and show, especially for like the underneath of the tailpiece, the mount for the fairing, to try and get close-ups so it's clear. This is only for the Yamaha R1, so 2015 to 2019. But I want to make sure I've got a video out there that actually shows as much as I possibly can without a cameraman, which is quite hard. Hence, I'm surrounded with cams and crap. Right, so let me get rid of the seat and get on with this. Right, make sure that's off. Yeah, I'm in my baggage again. It's the most comfortable thing to work in. That means it gives me a baggy bum. I know, I don't have a baggy bum. Right, so that's over there. Right, so what I want to do before we do anything else is, now I've got the handlebars on, but I didn't fit the steering damper. So basically, since it actually came when Isle of Man TT2, the game came out, and I found that the way the physics were, you come into a corner and you came in too fast, so you understeer, or rather oversteer, and then your reaction is to come back, but your reaction is too quick. And someone said, "Oh, make the springs, the return springs stronger." And I'm thinking, no, because it'll just make it even worse. But like on a real bike, in order that a quick movement of the handlebars, like a tank slapper, steering damper stops that. So, hence, I have a steering damper, specially valved for me. Now, this is where I need to switch to another cam so you can see where it's mounted. Like I say, if I can get close-ups, I want to. So I am going to have to move my switch cams occasionally so that it's clear how things are mounted and what goes together. So this hole here, it's hard because it's black on black. And this hole here are for the steering damper bolts, so top, bottom. So first what I do, these are 35mm I think. Right, like I said, I'm using just normal nuts purely for convenience of making it quicker for the assembly demonstration, but normally this would be nylox. So it simply goes through the two holes. And I should have brought my spanners. I don't have the table with all the spanners today, so where'd you go, you bugger? There. That's the right one. The 13mm and a I think 6mm Allen. Now when you first assemble, one thing you want to do, especially for when you're calibrating, is at the front of the damper, you want to make sure it's turned all the way anti-clockwise and it's on the first click. That's because that's where it's the weakest. So it's basically not damping. That is what you're going to need. Now I'm going to have to turn this around because the next thing we need to do, although I mounted the tank yesterday, that was only just to like give you a bit of a clearer picture. But what I want to do now is make it so you see a bit more about how the bolts go and how things are correct. I think it's very important that when I'm demonstrating something, I'm showing the whole picture and there's not something that I haven't covered. I'm sure I will not cover everything. That's one of those things that happens, but what I want to do is actually show that tank front mount is plain and simply N6 by 16 Allen bolt and flange nut. Big washer on this, underneath doesn't need one. And then on the sides you can see you've got the one hole. Inside you see it's got strengtheners. I want this bit here. So, no. Oh, trying to get it to the centre of the thing. So this is the side hole. It's really, I'm not good at this camera stuff because it's reversed like that. Now, saw a bit of dust on it. Now those holes, so the front one goes on this top mount here, and then, oh, the camera's just on its limit. This bar here is the right and left side holes, just so you've got an idea as to where that tank actually mounts. And this is felt covered, and the tank will rest on there because that's the point that when you get on, most people will actually put their hand on this point here. So in order to stop that, because it's just fiberglass and it's an empty shell, you've got to make sure it's not going to buckle, it's not going to get any pressure. So that's the strengthener for that. Right, so I've got to leave this here because I'm going to need that to show the tail piece. Now I need to swap cam again because you'll see me actually mounting the tank. So one on, one off. And unfortunately I can't, the zoom is not working on these cams. They're zoomed out as much as possible, or rather in as much as possible. Oh, I've got a big belly. Sorry. Seeing it on a cam like that, I'm like, oh my goodness me, I need to lay off the lager. Right, so I need the tank and the bolts. Oh, yes. One thing I did want to show, I want to actually show stuff because in case someone can't actually understand English, and they might be watching it and just visually being able to see it. Therefore, what I wanted was to show the tank and the actual way the bolts go. So, if you look at the hole, where is the bloody hole? If you look at the hole, you've got an I've got to do it that way, M6 by 60. It's got a small flat washer, goes on it from the outside, so you put it through. And then I have these 25mm dimpled, so I make them so that they're a bit of a concave and that, and you then put those on the inside. So when you actually mount them on the tank, you want it so that the big washer is on the inside of the bolt before you start screwing it in. So I thought I'd better show that just so it's very clear that you understand what I'm going to actually do. So once again, move the cam back, switch over to the other cam again. I say people have got to bear with me. No, I need to keep that one on, turn that one off. Oh, I'm so bad at this stuff. Oh, give me a break. I'm not a cameraman. And besides, if you're serious about something like this, you'll have the patience to watch it and understand that I'm explaining things and not just waffling on and rushing it. I want it to be clear. I hate demonstrations that are just way too fast. So now taking me nut off of here. So on the front I've got my 16mm Allen and big washer, and then I'm going to put it on the front piece here, which the camera can't see. So that goes through that front bracket that I showed you. So yeah, I'm going to be in the way a little bit for this. So just let it rest on that top bracket there. That's what I meant about you put your hand on it. Just lightly put that nut on. And now what you've got to do is put those side bolts in, but you've got to be careful. This is where it's a lot about feeling. If you feel a bolt going into the thread is too tight and it's not starting, stop. You've got to feel the thread going in correctly. So we're gonna light my cigarette first. You know me, well, those that know me, I'm going to smoke. It calms my nerves, to put it mildly, because I do not like to muck anything up. So if you remember, I said you're going to put the 6mm with a small flat washer, and then you're going to put the big washer on behind the tank. So you're putting it in. Let's see if I can get it closer. Drop it down. Come on, fall down you. Ah, where's the hole? There. I'm trying to get the camera so you can see. So I've got my bolt. Now I reach behind and I'm going to put that washer over it, and then where that was that bar that's going across, so it goes across here, that round bar, you'll find the hole there, and then what you want to do is you want to wiggle the fairing around. You'll feel the bolt go into the hole, but now what you want to do is, how do I say, kind of push the tank towards, so I'm trying to show you, push the tank towards the frame so that it's close to the hole, and that way you'll be able to start it a lot better, and it's so much easier to do. So make sure you're pushing the panel that way, and then when you do this side, you want to push it towards you. So you're pushing the panel towards you so that it's touching that bar that's going across. Okay, because we've got that bar, the bar that's going across here. You push the side panel of the tank towards the bar until it's actually touching it. That's why you don't screw this in all the way. You now move it over, because now this side of the tank is actually touching that bar. I can reach underneath. So I move back just a little bit because I need to put the bolt in. But of course the camera, right, I'm gonna have to crawl around it. And get me Allen key. Right, now it's important you don't tighten that front bolt on the tank until you've done both of these, and you can't do these until you put the seat on. So do not tighten it down, and that you're literally just gonna wind it in a little bit. But now I'm going to do the same as I've just done there. I'm going to do on the other side. So I put my bolt in with a small washer. Then I'm going to put the big washer on the back. Right, get on there. And now I'm going to pour the tank in so that it's right on that bar, and I can easily screw the bolt in nicely. I'm going to do about 10-15 threads, something like that, so it's in really nicely, but it still hasn't been, I've got to put my hands together, it hasn't been splayed, it's splayed apart right now. Which way was it? It's splayed apart. Now when I put the seat on, it will go together. So, so sorry about my camera work. It's trying to explain everything. But these stand out until you put the seat on. That's now the fun and games we're going to go through. The seat and the under part of the seat. So, yeah. I'm hoping I can show this. It's not going to be an easy one. So I don't need those. I'm going to actually use my computer desk as a tool spacer for now. I'm trying to think what I need to do. Right, I need to get the top of the seat unit. Right. Like I said, this is not easy for me to do, as I am not a photographer and I'm trying to really demonstrate a lot more than I've ever done before. So this, I've still got to do some painting on the glue for the seat. And I think that's the camera I need to get now. So let's switch cameras. What one is that? That is the front one, so I need to go for that one. Right. Because the only way I think I can do any kind of close-up to demonstrate the bodywork parts is pretty complicated, because in reality my hands are going to get in the way. So I've been thinking all day, how could I do it? So this is my best try, but I'm trying my best. So please give me a break. Right, so before I forget, I left that in the bloody hole. I'll move that. So that toe piece, rather hard to show on this one, but in order to have the under part of the toe piece, the mounting, because I don't have the genuine Yamaha tailpiece frame, which costs hundreds, so I have to, because obviously I don't have a Yamaha frame, so what I have to do is ensure that I have a way to mount a tailpiece without the frame. So I actually didn't bother. What I do is I then coat the everything's super glued and then hot glued, just so it stays in place, but it's all bolted down so it won't go loose. The hot glue is just to keep it in an exact position, but this clip here, which took me ages to actually get right to put the underpiece on, because there's only 3 points. You've got this point here, damn it, the other one the other side, and that point. And you've got to remember that tailpiece couldn't be leant on, so it has to clip on, and you can't put it on before you mount the top seat unit. So it has to be done once this has been mounted, and it's a pain in the bum. So now I need to show you how to put that, because you're going to have to do it basically once this is on the bike. You then have to, this is going to be this way up, but you have to work from underneath to fit the tailpiece. So I'm going to get the tailpiece so you'll understand a bit more. So this is the underneath, and you have to fit this once the tailpiece is on the system. So you've got to fit it underneath, but you'll have to kind of work underneath and blind. So it took a long time to figure out how to make the mounting holes easy and how to do it that, yeah, it wasn't impossible. So I need to show you that, because once I put the seat on the bike, I won't really be able to show you a camera of me doing that, because it's just going to be like no place for a camera. So I need to demonstrate how to do it upside down on the table, so you get the idea of what you have to do. So that's what we're going to attempt. So I now need to see if I can get the seat and the camera in such a position you'll understand what I'm talking about. So now this has to be this way. You remember we got our clip, we've got our two holes. Now this is, I've got to get it. You got this hole here, same on the other side. This is so bad with the backwards on the camera. So what I need to do is this lip here fits underneath this clip. So what you have to do is this here has to be forward of this, and so you, if you look, it's going to be hard. So I maybe have to bring it this way, turn it down. So if you look at this piece here, I'm going to slide it underneath here. See that? I take this goes under this. So I do that. I do it as far forward as I can. So I'm right now, where this goes out, I put it in about here, and then on this side I lift up this bit and move it so it can get in. Okay, so now the whole system, I'll lift this up now. This is one that I really do have to show because it's important. So now this is loose, okay, it's going backwards and forwards, but each of those ears are now underneath these parts. I can line them up and I can see the holes because these have got nuts on the inside, so I can line those holes up, but this is flopping about, okay, you can see it's flopping about. I need to put the end underneath, so this end is going to go, remember I had that bar, so the panel is, right now it's just floating above it. And it's hard to do. What we've got to do now is press it down and then hook it, and then it won't be able to actually move. So what you do is you push it forward a bit. You feel when it's under the clip, you push it down, push it backwards, and it can't. Now it lifts the whole system. So you just got to get that in to hook in. It's hard to show on video, but once you've got it in your hands, you'd understand. So now I'm not going to bolt it down, but normally I'd put two 16mm Allens through there and that'd be done. But you have to do it from underneath, which I will show you, and I'm going to hate doing. So I'm going to take this back off now, bring her back down, pop her out, they're good to go on that. So now I can put the seat on, and I did clear out the holes to make sure, yeah, she fits right now with the powder going. Now I want to put this somewhere safe. Going down the line. Yes, I am going to disappear once in a while and have a swig of Jackie. And yeah, I've been saving this bottle for this. I'm a really happy bunny. I've been working towards this for years. A self-contained motion system. Not one with a big platform, not one with great big legs all around it and all this gumph. This can be wheeled out of a single door. Right, I need to switch cameras, I think. Yeah, I've now got to go to the rear cam so that I can show how it gets mounted. So I'll pull it up. It's bad enough using one camera, but having to use three, my God, it does me head in. Right, so camera. I need back camera. Turn that one off. Yeah. Right. I'm going to need to grab that tail piece, because once I put the camera in the right place, I won't be able to walk there. Literally, I'm blocking myself in. So, I'll turn it there. Yeah. So, okay. So for our tail piece, you've got 5 mounting holes. One here, and one here. These are the main ones. That's where your bum is. Then these, so, where's this one and this one, they're basically, they stop the tail flopping, because with the underpiece, it's all about looking good, but it's not structural. So in reality, it's only these 3 that are important as far as you sitting on the system and not falling off. So got those. Now got to find, where's the bolts for this? Right, that's fairing. Right, these are, so the front 3, right, so, and an important thing is, those are inserts, so there's not a nut welded or something, because you can't really weld a nut in there. So these are threaded inserts, and so there's a slight rise. So instead of the seat being dead on the flat of the steel, these are raised, which is a very small area. So what I do is I take these big washers, which have the same inner diameter as that actual insert, place those, the really big ones, on the first 3, which is where your bum is. Then I've got smaller ones that go on the back, because that's, like I said, it's just stopping it from being a little bit flobby at the back end. So those go on first. What that does is it gives a bigger surface area, because the actual, where the seat is produced, the fiberglass actually comes across and then it's dimpled down. So there is no flat area. It's actually trying to show you, it's dimpled like a U, okay? And this is actually just a bit bigger than that surface area. So it gives that full strength of the mount. And these are important points that you need to understand. I need to let people know it's got that strength, it's got the integrity. Right, so now that's done, we can take our seat unit and now I open the holes. You see, you can't put this on with the lower piece already attached, because you actually have to push it down from the top. So you kind of make sure you're going down. Of course, you want to be gentle because you've got those washers on there. And then what you do is bring it forward till you see the brackets, and then I'm lucky I've got a nice hardwood wooden floor, so I can actually, it's kind of a lighter background. So now the first three, okay, so this one, and there's one just here, they're 20mm bolts, 6x20 Allens, and I'm just looking for a bloody Allen key. Allens are the best bolts, I know, because I'm an Allen. So I like to put the centre one in first. It's just the easiest, because these are sitting in a hollow that's like that, that's about 25mm deep, so you've got to be careful putting them in. So I'm not going to do it like that. What I got? Something, what's going on here? Doesn't normally do that. Did I move a washer? Yeah, I did. I moved the washer and it's put it off angle. Like I said, you've got to be really slow when you put it on. I've got, oh, I see, I'm hitting the tank too much. It's hitting the tank. It's causing it to be pushed back. Yeah, it's causing this to go up. I expect, oh, I know why. I left it locked down from yesterday when I had it on. I left it locked down and I shouldn't have. Oh, you donut, Alan. So it's literally slightly forward. The tank is facing slightly backwards. Like I said, leave stuff loose. These are the ones that I hate, because the bolt's all the way down there. You've got to kind of how can I say, you got to kind of aim at the hole and force it down. It's right, got that one. And of course you can't turn it by hand, so you've got to be very gentle. See, I'm finding that front fairing, the tank is causing a bit of a thing. I might have to totally slacken that out. Well, I know what I can do. Probably help. Remember I said that the tank is splayed, and where it's splayed it's stopping the seat unit from being able to actually fit in where it should do. So the holes are not lining up like they should. So these are always fiddly, I hate them. That ain't right. I hate these bolts. See if I can get this one started first. Like I said, it's fun and bloody games. I wouldn't mind, but I took a heck of a lot out of the I'm just not having a good one today, am I? I even recut the threads in those inserts to make sure they were clear. And these are brand new bolts, so I cannot find. This is embarrassing. This is all wound out all the way. But why is it? Must be this bloody tank. Of course, that's that side. Damn it. I am so sorry, people. I cannot figure this out right now as to why I should not be doing this. I've now got clearance there. Right, I know one thing I can do. I take a longer bolt, take a bolt, try it from underneath and see what's going on. See, this is part of the reason I make these bloody videos, is to just be able to That's weird, I can't even get that in that end. That's because I'm trying to turn it. It's against that. Right. So now, that should come out. See, the threads in that are perfect. You put a bolt and it went up. Well, I have to, I can always do it that way. So I think I've actually got to take out more. Right, this is really weird. I'm not going to stop the cam because I intend to do the fairing and everything. But something is stopping this bolt from doing this. And it went on perfectly yesterday. So this is for my own good. And the damn thing is, I can't use a magnet to get them out. Right, let's pull it off. Maybe I've got something on it. I don't know. Fun and games, what is going on? All the washers are in the right place. Oh, thanks for embarrassing me, myself. Yeah, I knew I was going to drop it. I was going to try and catch them, but couldn't catch both of them at the same time. Right, so that screws in fine, so it's not cross-threaded. And this one, not cross-threaded. Right, so what the bloody hell's going on? Ah! Or is it just one of those days, you know, when you can't just quite get the bastard? Ah. Right, I say third time lucky, right? But it's still rubbing on the tank, so it's just hitting on this side. I've taken the bolt out. No, I haven't taken the bloody bolt out. Oh, you donut. Right. I had the tank tightened all the way up. Looks a bit better. Oh, I think actually, yeah, you're supposed to. Oh, damn it! So I said the bloody sides of these tanks are a pain in the bum, and I just got that totally wrong. Oh, come on. Damn it. I'm not having a good time. Damn it. Right. I think there's enough play there now. It looked like the holes were going to line up better. It's the having to drop the bloody bolt into the hole. I've done it again. And then try and get it. Okay, now it's in and it's free, so not cross-threaded. I think a lot of it is, seriously, all do I do, that bloody tank, because it's splayed. Right. But it can't be like this for a customer. So I think what I'm going to have to do is, I've opened these holes a bit, but I didn't want to open them too much, but I actually am going to have to open them a lot more, because that's all it is. It's not bad threads or anything. It's, I have not opened them enough, because I've been trying to be like, play it safe. This is so bloody embarrassing. Come back in half hour. Right, so that's 2. So now, right, so it's definitely, I've got to open, because if I push it that way, it's easier. So I need to open up the holes in the actual fiberglass of this, just that little bit to get the alignment right. Not a big problem. So at least we've got it on. But like I said, I'm not going to stop the camera. I want to be able to say, right, yeah, I've had a problem, but here's the solution. And it is literally the holes in the seat, because they come sort of pre-drilled, but not perfect. So yeah, definitely need to open them up a little bit more, but nah, it's all right. So that's my short ones. What's your line then? Should be lined up. Right. Now they're all in. Tighten them all up. So sorry about that, people, but yeah, obviously I thought I'd taken enough out. I knew I had to do it, but well, there you go. So now I've got to, what I'm doing is at the front, got to make this bulge now. If you look at this gap here, damn it. I think I need to take the other one off quite a bit actually. This has got to come off a bit. That should relieve the pressure on that one. Damn it. Yeah, I know I'm standing here not saying anything, but I'm just thinking because I'm kind of wound up that happened. And like I said, I could have sworn I had that all set. And everyone saw yesterday, everything fitted good. So what is the problem today? I'm just trying to figure it out. Right, slowly getting there. Problem is, because of the shape of the tank, you can see now if we've got that even line coming around, and that's where the tank, where it bulges out, and that's part of what makes the problem, because these ears just here were pressing against the seat unit, and they were forcing the lineup of these bolts. So I think what's happened is the tank mount, I left it all tight. So what I've got to do is take the seat off, redo the holes there. But now is the fun bit. I've got to try and put that underneath of the fairing on. Right, I think right now I can actually take this. Oh, I've got to put that back on. Before I forget about it, my front tank mount, damn it. I'd undone that. I need to put the nut back on. Yes, I know this is a boring video, but at the end of it, there's no way I can make a manual how to build this, you know, like on DVD or something. This is something that I have to actually demonstrate, I have to actually show. So let's shove her forward. Now I'm going to have to try. This is going to be fun. Because this piece now has to go under here, but to do so is not as, for me it's alright because I've done it so many times, but even it's still fiddly, so I've got to get the bits for that. Oh, I need a cigarette now. I can't believe that with a bloody seat. Well, I think it's because I had the tank too close to the bloody seat. What a dick. I think it's because also where I'm making a video, I kind of don't catch myself. I don't know if you can understand. If you're doing something and you're not having to talk to someone, not having to demonstrate it, your head's clear, you're not having to think about what you're saying, what you're doing, you're just doing it. So, I need to, where are they? Where are you, you little buggers? That and that. Right. Mississippi, Mississippi. Right, 2 16 mils and 2 washers. Right. So I was starting to finally run out of bits and nuts and bolts. I like that. She's getting together. Right. I suppose if I drop the camera down, maybe stick it down here. Yeah, that's about as good as I can get that camera. Right, now I've got to think in reverse. Remember I showed you before what to do, upside down. Now, first thing I'm going to try and do is get this ear here, so this ear, over the top of this. So I'm going to basically stick it up like that. I'll get that there. Now I've got to get this bit over this. Come on. All there. Come on. You got to go in there. There. Right. So those 2 ears are there. If you remember, we've got a clip here. So what we've got to do is get this over the clip, so under the skin, but over the clip. So, what you've got to do is you kind of pull it backwards, slightly pushing up, and then you'll feel when the lip of this part here goes past the clip, it'll want to go up. So I'm going to pull it, then push it that way, and now it's over the clip. So that's now on the clip. So now what I have to do is, I don't know, I've got a camera leg in my nuts. So, sorry for my explanation. Where am I trying to get the camera to? Oh yeah, because it's bent like that. Where's me hole? Oh damn it! Is this me hole? This hole here is one on either side. That's where I'm going to put those 16mm Allens. So I'm trying to really show everything that I can possibly show, just to make it clear. It's not easy trying to explain to people how to do something when not everyone can maybe understand what you're saying. They take it in a different context. Oh, really bad lighting, I can't see bollocks all. I think that's a no. I think that's a no. And then there might be someone watching that, well, they can't really understand English too good. So I try and make it so that the visual shows it. Right. Once again, be careful how you thread them in. Leave it loose. Right, I'll go round the other side. There's no way I can do it from that side. So, sorry, excuse my bum again. Right, where be the... Oh, helps if I have actually got the bolts. No. It's always better if you can try and use your fingers and not an Allen key. Your fingers will let you know. Right, so now I've got both sides nicely in there. So now we can tighten it up. Button it up with button heads. Right, I'll feel around here. Tighten the other side up. And she's good to go. Baby. Aha. Yes. I'm sorry, it's like, that piece is a pain in the arse. Like I said, because this is, well, it's a try and see, you can just see tank and tail unit. So yeah, I love it. Oh, what's that song? I love it. Right, so now it's the fairing. So I am going to need to switch to that one. And then grab a fairing. It's unbelievable how light this bloody stuff is. This table is just big enough to work on. So I gotta think actually, what is the best way to show this? No, that's going to be the only way. So now I need the parts for it. Where be the bolts? These be the bolts. Right, and that, and that. Right, we got everything. Yep, we definitely got everything, including baggy pants. I hate these things in the way it makes me look, but they're so bloody comfortable to work in. It's like my slippers. I weld in my slippers. I'll go down the local shop in my slippers. I don't care. Mind you, my slippers are by Dunlop. Good treads. Although I wouldn't use them on a bike. Pirelli only. Or Metzler 88. Zero inflation. I love that. So, this is going to go here. This will then go through there, and that then inserts into the frame. Reason for the tape and a mark, because for the Yamaha, that's where you're going to have it. So basically so this piece and this piece are with every frame, no matter what fairing. This piece is different for each fairing because the one on my CBR is so simple, it's just a square with 4 holes, but they'll hold the whole fairing. I've still got the cowlings to go here. What I'm going to do is show you how I do the first part, then we'll move on to the sides, and then we'll put it on the bike. I'll show you how quick and simple that is. So yeah, give me a minute. I gotta make sure I don't forget things. It's not always easy making videos like this, as like I said, I'm not a videographer, and it's hard to try and explain everything to the whole world because the whole world's watching. I don't mean everyone watches me around the world. What I mean is the possibility of anyone from around the world is going to watch. I have to try and cover it so that it's clear. And I hope I actually do some kind of good job on that. Anywho, once I've done that bracket, I'm getting another jackie. We're getting there. And my nightmare is going to be the lower fairing because, well, the racing fasteners, so the Dutz fasteners, on the left hand side are just a pain. Maybe it's because it's new, or maybe it's because it's slightly off on the manufacturer. I don't know. Either way, it's a pain in the bum. I don't want that to be there for Ahmed that's getting this in Malaysia. I don't want him to have that ag. So I'm tempted to drill out the Dutz fasteners and just use nuts and bolts, because I've done it on other fairings and it's perfect. It makes it simpler. So anyhow, first things first, that bracket will go to 2 holes here, 2 on the other side, and that bracket goes on top of that. Obviously I can't really show you it too much. I'd have to really like, I can bring my camera on, bloody undoing the lock now the wrong way. Alright. It needs to come up here and beat down a bit. I think that actually shows it the best. But my hands are going to be in the way anyhow, which is the point. Hands are in the way. Now I do it that the Allen's on the underneath, so I'll put it through, then I'll take this and notice the angle, and so the wider bit is towards the front. You can only go one way, so you can't really cock it up. Oh, this is one. These are another one that I didn't test. Ha ha! Silly bugger. Then a small washer. So I've not fitted this, so I might have to actually quickly file those out. Oh, you dumb donut, Alan. Right. Yeah. That one's being tight as well. What a donut. Right. But these being M6s, small holes, can I, don't make me have to take it off and do it. Right. That one went through. So we are going to try all 4. That one's gone through. So that one's good. That one there, I've got to take it out, but it's going through the powder coating, so it's perfectly good. I think this one's, that's going to be the same, but it's almost going through by hand. So, you know, tight on the powder coating, but it's not going to be a problem. Yeah, I forgot, I hadn't tried this bracket, because I hadn't put it on the fairing. Both of those go in, no problem. Stick, washer, and the nuts on them. Part of the reason I use flange nuts that have got a grip to them, I can adjust stuff without having to have a wrench with me. I only need the Allen key because the nut will actually grip against the opposite surface, and therefore it makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker. Come on. Oh, I forgot, have I? Where's me washer? There. Hey, hey, talking about traction, hooking it up. Here they are. That's just easy like that. Right. So that's that one there. So yeah, those were a bit tight, but not a problem. Like I said, I hadn't actually checked those. This is part of it. I actually like, this is why I don't stop my videos. I do it live. I don't edit my videos because I'm a true believer in, well, let's be real. I don't do Trump shit. So now this, let's go through here. So I've got a 45mm by 8. Get me up. I say, with the 8mm, every nut will actually be a nylock. It's just purely for, that's about right. And this has got a mark here, or rather it's got a mark, I'll put it on the wrong way. Donut. This has got a mark, it says where it's got to line up. So, and that facing that way. Once again, try and find a bloody hole. Oh, I can't find the hole. Back down. And this too, it's got a mark there, but bit of tape. This gets used for all systems, but end of the day, I mark them for different bikes. Right, so lock that. That's just your base setting, you might do a bit more. Right. I think that's about the general area from what I can remember. This needs to be snugged down bloody tight right off the bat. Yeah. Because what you've got to remember is you're picking it up all by that. So you've got to make sure it's not going to swing. That comes later. Right. So now, right. I think I just pulled my camera. Bollocks. I think I just killed my camera. Oh shit, I think I just killed the camera. Yep. Oh, bollocks! Oh no. I pulled on the cable. Shit. And because it knocked it out for a second, OBS has decided to kill it totally. I'd have to restart OBS in order to do anything. So, right, we can at least still stream. I've at least still got this. So, I can actually get it. How far can we go? I don't want to risk pulling this one out as well. Son of a bitch. What I did was knock this cable. He got around the bloody leg. That's why. So it disconnected it for like a little bit. Oh, I don't want to disconnect that one as well. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, Daddy's not happy. Bummer. Right, so now you can see the kind of problems I have. We now need to fit the fairing onto there. This is how simple it is. Right, I've got to remember. Right. Oh no, I've still got to put the sides on. Yeah, because I have the side panels off, which I've not been having off for a long time. So I've got to do those as well. So I'm going to have to go get the side panels and the brackets. Alright. Bear with me because I'm getting a bloody jackie as well, and I think it takes 50 seconds to do it. That's what we did last night. That was about 1 minute 20. I couldn't get the bloody ice cubes out of the tray. Son of a bitch. Right. Oh. Right, I need the panels. I've got to get them one at a time, so I'm going to do the right one first, so it's out of the way, and then do the left one so I can show you. Oh no, I've got to do the left one first really, haven't I? Yeah, so show you what I'm doing, and then yeah, so I need I just need the Allen key. Where are you? And a bracket. Allen key and 2 bolts. Lot. Right, don't need those, don't need that. Right, so what I hate about these Yamaha fairings are they don't have a full side to them. They've got these stupid little paddles and they're ugly. And yeah, the problem is my CBR's got a nice slab side fairing to it. And if you look at the MotoGP Yamaha, it's got the same, it's got a big full sided fairing. So yeah, I hate the design because it doesn't look as good on the motion system, and then it's just a pain to actually have. So that's what we're going to have to mount now. I hate these things. Right, so that's a Dutz fastener, and this is a Dutz, oh you can't see it. This is a Dutz fastener, which has got like a little T in it, and what you have to do is bring this up, and then it's like lining the bolt up. That will simply go to where this hole is. You just find it, and it's an M4 Allen key, and what you do is you just try and turn it. You've got to locate it, which is the real kind of pain of it. You've got to locate it and it will lock into position. So now that is locked. Now I've got to do the same for the other side. Yeah, so I'll do that. I was thinking, because I've still got another bracket that has to go on. So yeah, I'm gonna back this off a bit. Well, where the bloody hell am I? Yeah, because that side's in there. I've got to turn it. Actually, I can't turn it. I'll turn the table, otherwise it'll fall off. You see, here's the Dutz connector here, and you'll see it's a kind of, can't really get the camera in there. See how it's got some kind of knurl in it? It's like a slot at an angle, and that, so it's like it twists around, as opposed to a round thread that goes dead around. This goes like down and around. It's really weird. Anyhow, I'm trying to explain everything. So now I've got to get the other side. Yeah, these pictures probably look like shit, but what am I supposed to do? So now I've got the other panel. Do the same on the Allen key. Where's the hole? now I've got these brackets with M4 inserts, and they go on the two holes that are lined up. They go together with that. The one that's to the edge, those are the original holes that I find are just not strong enough, so I added my own brackets. So I'm going to put this underneath, if you can understand. So this bracket I'm going to put underneath here, and then I put two 4mm Allens through it, and that's all it needs. It's 10 times stronger than the little holes they made. So that's what I'm going to do now. And these are actually crucial because it's like, how can I say, anywhere where there's slack or floppiness in a body or something like that, it's going to creak, it's going to make noises, it's going to move. That gives the possibility of it breaking, stuff like that. So I like stuff to be, yeah, like I say, tight. Alright, so that's one. And it's like like I said, that outer hole, it was just so flimsy, whereas this bracket is all, it seriously makes those two pieces feel like one and act like one, whereas the others, oh God, talk about flexy crap. Right. My favourite song's coming on now. Scorpion. Getting the old baby. Right, that's one. Come here. Yeah, it's like sometimes trying to figure out little things as to why the companies seriously make such big errors, especially when they've got all these wizards and computer power and knowledge and blah blah blah, and then they build shit. Seeing everything on a big screen, oh, got nothing on that. I said, what you gonna do? Right, now it can go on the bike. Rhythm bleach blonde bottle blues, boom down bound. Pink Cadillac, a cherry cola 6-pack of pumpins easy, hits you like a hammer. The big screen, y'all, got nothing on that. Right, so, okay, camera needs to move again. I can't believe I killed my other cam. Oh, damn it. I needed it as well because it was at the front, but at the end of the day, once I put the fairing on, I wouldn't use it again anyhow, so yeah, enough off camera. So I think what I'm going to actually do is totally get rid of it. You died! Bye bye. Yeah. stick it over there. I haven't been able to go out of my normal front room door for the last couple of days because it's blocked. Right, so I can now move this back. So now I've got to, what are we at? Yeah, I think I just dump it on there, can't I? Yeah. Yeah, she's ready to just go on. Now, you see how the bracket is. Just one bracket. The whole fairing. Swing it around. Make sure that I don't bloody hit anything, especially my TV. But more than anything, I don't want to scratch a bloody fairing. Right, so I should have enough space. So I'm going to come down over the front. Remember I showed you that hole? Right. Oh, I got this facing down way too much. That is about the hole. I'm going to have to go through the other, go round to the other side. And that, but no, she's on there. But I need my Allen key. I have to pull it over. Right, I want to make sure. What the fuck am I doing? I got the wrong fucking Allen key. I need that at the 13. You dumb fuck, Alan. Oh, very sorry. I've been trying so not to swear. Oh, I've got these around the wrong way. Right. Okay, baby. You go up. Alright. Kind of in the right place. Might have to go a little bit higher. I don't know, I might have to turn this off. Let's see if, no, it's too dark. Right, so that's the top fairing mounted. Now I think you saw how easy it is. Unfortunately, I'm getting the glare off of the light. I'm not a photography studio. Right, now I'll try and put the lower on. That's going to be fun. So I'm going to have to drop the rear camera all the way down. So it can come back here. So I'll pop all the legs up. I like this. It's the National Geographic camera stand. I love it. It's one of those really good things. I got it from Argus. I think it was like 30 quid. It's really a good one. Right, so first thing I need to show is these two brackets at the back by the foot controls. You can see more on the right one. The gear levers covering the one on the left. And they're for the rear of the lower fairing. Now, this is the part I'm going to bloody hate, because the Dutz fasteners, so the quick race fasteners at the front, at the lower part of the fairing, they've been giving me aggro and I hate it. I've been tempted to drill them out and just put nuts and bolts through there. End of the day, I think it's just a case they're new. It might have been manufacturing, I'm not sure, but once they're buttoned, they're really, really good. But at the moment, they're a bit now. So what I've got to do is, I've got to loosen off the brackets for the back of the fairing, kind of so they can flop around. I'm going to bring them so they're up, and I'm not going to lock them too tight, I just want them up so they're not actually going to contact the rear of the fairing, because I'm still in a debate as to, do I connect it at the rear first and then try and fit it into the front, or do I not do so? So I'm experimenting. This is a new test actually. I haven't tried this yet. So, right, I'm going to bring it up. Lock it down, get up there. Right, so I'll lock those up there. So, leave my tools there. Now, got to get me cardboard. There be you buggers. Right, here we go. High-end technical fitting equipment. A plain box and a boil Teflon pan box. Right. Yeah, we're high end in this place. So I've also now got to go get me the culprit, my nemesis. It's definitely my bloody nemesis, I'll tell you that much. Right, so you're looking at that camera, that's a point. Yeah, I'll flick it to the only other one I can use at the moment because I destroyed the other camera. What a donut. Right. This is the lower fairing. So, yeah, ain't exactly heavy, you know. I love this bodywork, man. Strong as shit, but right. So, where am I at? I'm at rolling a cigarette, and yeah, I'm gonna stick this on the table for a second. Do I do it front or rear? Okay, does anyone actually have, I know you can't see me, but does anyone have a trick to using DOF fasteners, because I find sometimes they'll be really easy and then other times they're not, and it'll be the same bloody DOF fasteners, and I'm like, well, why didn't it go in so quick the last time? I'm really like, is there a trick? I wish I could find one. I know one thing, it's like I've kind of got to do adjustments on things, but everything I'm doing right now is a base setting for something that hasn't been done. It's like I know right now that fairing is totally wrong. So I'm sitting back here and I can see, oh bugger me, that is wrong, and you'll understand when I actually put the rest of the mounts for the top of the fairing. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is literally, when I put those, oh, they're on there. So when you're standing at the front, you're thinking, yeah, it's right. No, it is bloody not. So it is way off. But when I sit back there, I can see I've got to look at a certain bracket. It needs to come down a bit more. You've got to remember I've got double bubble racing screens. So normally the screen would be about that high. That's why it looks so high, but it's a double bubble racing screen. So even that kind of stuff, I actually don't skimp on because I want it to be right. Right, so I think that's going to be a little bit better. I'm probably going to have to adjust it a bit more once I get those lower brackets on. In fact, I know I will. I'm going to have to tilt it that way. And from the camera angle, it looks well weird. It looks like it's way too high, but in fact, it's not. Well, that's only because I'm setting it up. Once I get it done, it'll be different. Oh, of course, I've got a drop on that, so yeah, I'm good. Like I say, don't rush what you're doing. Yeah. You see, tailpiece is low because it's going to be used in public. I lowered the angle for Malaysia because I hope no one from Malaysia takes it wrong. But the majority, and I actually looked into it, have shorter legs. They're not so lanky as a lot of countries. So it's nothing to do with being like racist or something. I'm actually trying to do something because I've studied where it's going to be used. Now I think it's just better for general public use. Doesn't look as good, but plus the front is actually higher than it normally would be. And the camera angle is really not showing it as it should be. The camera's really crap. But for now, getting there. I really don't want to put the fucking lower on. I swore again twice. Dang it. I'm really trying to clean up my videos. I mean, I state it's not for kids because I know me. I'm old school English, but I do want to clear it, but sorry. Right, so yeah, I know. If anyone's going to watch this, they're actually going to have the patience and understand. I am actually trying to make sure. I'm actually trying to think, do I start with the left side or the right side? Why am I having a problem with the left side? I have generally, because of the layout of my room, it's been easier to put the right side from the lower onto the upper. But maybe I should actually try doing the left side first. But then also, do I connect it to the rear loose so that it can move around, but that it's got it at almost the right angle? I've tried different ways and I've got to try something new today to maybe get it better. The high-tech boxes are the right height for the lower fairing from the ground, and they just support it so it's not going to be crooked. So you're going to have to bear with me for a couple of minutes because I really do need to think this. Well, I say a couple of minutes, it's probably going to be about a minute. Actually would have been interesting if I had chat going. If anyone was watching, they'd say, no, do it from the left, or someone else would say, do it from the right, and I'd have a vote for it. I don't get watchers. My videos are for anyone that possibly gets a system that they can use, and that's the point of it. And that's why I don't rush. Right, I guess I'm going to have to try it. Now I've got to figure out which way to do it so a camera can see. Not really. Well, yeah, I'm going to get that one, aren't I? So I'll use that cam. But what I'm going to do, see my high-tech stuff down there? Cost a fortune. Trying to figure, right, right, actually you can just about see here's the bottom of the side, and then the rest is over there. So might have to go out further. Right, that bearing's in the way at the moment. Yeah, of course I got black there. Maybe I can cure that. Right. Yeah. Right. That'll enable you to see what I'm doing at the front. But what I'm going to need is to actually whack this back. Do my expensive testing system. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't lock that down. Bloody hell. In all my stress. What have I done with that? I didn't lock the main one down. That's gone way too. Get in the place, you bugger. I didn't lock the mainframe down. I put it in there, but I didn't lock it. You dick. See, like I said, making videos, you're trying to talk, you're trying to think, and then having this damn thing with the cams. So I have got to have, tool wise, these. I need bolts. I'm having to think. Right, I need all of those, but once that's on, but the main thing is the duts, so I need these. I don't want to do this. Not live. Right. On the cardboard. Come on. It's always hard to keep it on there. Or I do it the other way. Wait a minute. Yeah, because it's got the crease. I really hate this Yamaha lower. I've got my back to the TV, so I can't see what the hell is going on. I'm going to move this here. I hope you can see it's going to be a struggle. The thing is, you've got to get each side, so the lower's got to be on the outside, the upper fairing's got to be on the inside, but trying to do it is not as easy as you think. Normally this would be done by two people. You have one person So you'd have a race team and you'd have one person one side, one person the other. And the point is, I need to get this front Dutch in first. She's in. And you can't blame me about this. This is down to the fact that race kits do, if you're using a race bike, basically you have, right, I can almost feel it. So I thought it was in. Come on, baby. That's locked. And that's locked. You can see what it's like. You've got to fight to get them lined up. It's so tight that you've got one piece going into another piece, and then you've got to line up the holes. Well, that's Dutch connectors for you. Right, so let's see what this side is like. Let's see if my theory of it is that side being crap. One, two. You see now, that's how quick that side went together. That's a bit of difference, isn't it? So you can see it's definitely that left side is really causing me a problem. But now it's basically got the front's now fitted. But yeah, that left is a pain in the bum. So now what we have to do, we slacken off these, and what they'll do is, see right at the moment, the way it's hanging, I've got to bring it up so it's actually totally flat and in line. That's to do with the way the fiberglass is. Right, so I need two M16s, not M16s, M6 by 16. One, there's the other one, there it is, and the 10mm, there. Right, so now in here, each bracket gets bolted to the lower fairing at the back, and that with two So each side, one M16 by, M6 by 16mm. Excusez-moi, I got it wrong. Right. Get in the hole. Yeah, these I didn't test either, did I? Oh, you donut, Alan. Oh no, they're good. Just didn't have it lined up. Thing is, I can't see the bloody hole from here. Where is it? It's got to be at the right angle. Can't get it at the right fucking angle. That's because this is too tight. Oh, you dick. Oh, fucking hell, that's tight. Because that has to be able to take it. Stupid when you forget you got to loosen something else to put something else on. If you're on video and you're trying to just do the video, right, leave it loose. Right, we are almost done. I bet you're all saying, thank God for that, this has been boring. But I really don't worry about it. Oh, come on. Yeah, my big fat head's in the way, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Sorry about that. But there was actually no other choice that I had. Alright. So first off you do the small ones. At the sky, do you realize every bird that flies? Right. actually, yeah, thinking about it, I've still got to mount the middle fairing mounts, and the problem with that is I might have to adjust the fairing. So what I'm going to do is loosen those off so that if I need to move the front of the fairing up or down, forwards or backwards, it won't affect this. So yeah, need to leave those loose. So we are basically at a point of most of it done. Just got to do the top arms, which is why I might have to adjust the frame, the fairing at the front. And that will be literally the bloody last of it. And then I've got to ride it. Right, so I need 10mm wrench, 4mm Allen key, 2 brackets, 4 brackets, spacers. Alright, I'll switch out now to turn the table. Alright, so I'm going to need this. Right. Even that off. Now, turn that, get that out of the bloody way. Get my high-end tools out. I think I've got the biggest box collection in the world. It's at least put it back so it's central for now. Right, so now that fairing is tight, it won't move or anything else, but those side panels I put on, normally they'd be fitted to I think there's a mount that goes to the engine block that goes to that side part so they don't wobble. Well, I don't have an engine in there, so that's why the top motor bar is there with those little 6mm holes so that it can hold the side of the fairing. So that's what we're going to mount next. And I believe strongly and hopefully that'll be the last of it. And then it's on to next video is going to be the controls, how to set them up, how to calibrate the brakes so you can change the strength of the brakes, the sharpness, and yeah, and then a test ride. I'm exhausted. The last 2 days have exhausted me. And having problems like I had with the seat, and I seriously thought I'd filed those holes out big enough. I obviously didn't. So I've learnt my lesson. have to make it fail proof for customers. I might know things myself and know the tricks, but what's important is that someone that doesn't know the tricks, doesn't know this, doesn't know that, they'll not have to worry about it. This is why I make these videos, this is why I do it live, so I can actually find it out myself. And I don't want to do it behind the scenes. I don't want people to not know what goes into it. This is to show, you know, what's got to be done, how it's not always a bed of roses. Sometimes it's definitely a bed of bloody nails. So we need to do those side mounts. Right, have at it. So, I really do with that camera being there. I would always switch to the other and bring it up. That might be the way to do it. Well, what you gonna do? So, I'm thinking, yeah, I reckon that'd be better. Right. Kind of blocked myself with bloody cable now. Right, so yeah, that's better. Right, so we need to connect this hole to this hole. So I've got these brackets I use. Now, I'm on the left side, and I've got these L-shaped brackets that allows you to basically slide up and down, so you can adjust it to make sure it's going to sit naturally, not have stress. So I need to remove this one first. Undo, take them off, and what I do is, oh, he says flipping it so it falls down because I'm looking at the bloody camera. So the short end is the side that will go into that hole. The long end is what goes on top. And to know which one, because they're slightly different, underneath there's a little dot. On the left hand side it's one dot, on the right hand side it's two dots, and that's the one that faces down and then goes on there. And then we've got this bracket, it goes through the hole, and this is one I haven't tested either. Oh God, I forgot this. Why didn't I test them? Right, so I reckon I can screw them in. Yeah, that's going in, so that's no problem. So I'm going to have to test the other bits as well. I know it's going to be a bitch. See, we just keep screwing it in. Once it gets to a certain point, it'll be alright. So, got that. That's M16 once again with flange nut. Leave it loose. Now, because these are still tight, what I'm going to do is just run one of these through. I'm going to try it, and once again it's tight, so what I'm going to do is run it in, then run it out. I'm actually not going to clean these out. I'm going to leave them because that just means they're really, really tight. And over time, they'll just get, it'll take longer for them to actually wear. So now you've got your bracket like this, you turn it like this, put it on top, then you take, I think it's 35, no it's 40 I think, so an M6 by 40, where's the camera? Put that through, then you put an M6 flange nut on, and this is where you're going to find out you have to adjust the fairing, because you're going to want the hole, so you want this hole to line up with this hole. Right now, I need it to come down a bit, so I've now got to release the main bolt there and allow it so that it will come backwards a bit, so it will meet that hole. But that's why I've also got this here loose at the back. So, I haven't done this on cam, so this is going to be fun. I might actually have to do the other side because of how I have to stand, because I'm right-handed. You see, it might sound like it's complicated going through the whole videos, but at the end of the day, when you actually watch it a couple of times, you'll realise, no, it's actually pretty simple. It's just the fact that there's points to watch out for. So now, you see, if I was on the other side, I'd be able to kind of catch it. It's going to be a bit difficult. What I've got to do is, if I can get the Allen key to sit there long enough that I can, oh bollocks, come on. Okay, what I'm going to have to do is actually tighten that down. Because I'm trying to do it on cam, it's different from when I'd be doing it on my own, because I'd be on the other side of the bike. This side is a pain. So, right, we're going to have to figure it. Right, that's got to be there. And we need to have it back here. So I'll try and guess what the angle of that's going to be. That's going to be bloody fun. Right. I can at least get a general idea. How well I can move it. That'll make it a bit easier. Right. Can I do this right? I get enough. I want to get it loose enough I can tilt the fairing, but then it will also stay tilted, not want to sag. Maybe I have to take those rear brackets off to do it. Right. A little bit more. I almost need my glasses for this. Yeah, you're going to have to excuse my head. That'll actually do. Right. So, I've got an M25. It's got to go through there. But before it goes on there, I have a 10mm nylon spacer that has to go on behind before. Then it has to go to that bar, which I can press it into the bar, but it's not going fully through. I'm going to need to actually wind it through because it's that new powder coating, but that means it's nice and tight. So I'm happy as a bunny. I just got to remember to tighten the front up. So now see, now I can spin it and spin it and spin it because it's taken out the powder coating. It's still tight, but it won't, it's good. I like it like that. So that one is nicely done. Right. Actually, I'm going to leave that loose. No, I can tighten that up. I don't have to worry about the other side when it's the side panel. So you can now tighten all this up to your heart's content. Well, don't break them. Heaven on my own. Now this one I'm going to release. I want to know where it sits naturally this way, and then I'm actually going to pull it out because when it gets motors in here, you need as much space, because this has to actually swing around the motors, because you've got the motor sitting here. So just means that these brackets, and the reason it's right and left is where I've bent them, each side is a little bit different. So now to the side, which yeah, it's going to be boring for you because you're not going to be able to see me doing anything. But you see, yeah, the bottom's a little bit floppy, but this, from there, it's all solid. It can't move. So you've actually got, yeah, the 6 mounting points for the fairing. Well, no, 5. Right, so where's me thing I've got to take with me bits. Videos actually kind of run me out. Mind you, I seriously think I've got long COVID. I have, since COVID came out, I have been short of breath, no energy, no nothing for the last like 2.5, nearly 3 years. I am, but you know what? No matter what, keep going. I'm not a doctor person. Never have been, never will be. So, as you can see, the red around the other side of the frame, that's me. Doing the same as I've just done. I just got to remember to tighten all the bolts up once I've done this side. Lord have mercy, I'm a self-made man. Self-made man. Yeah, I love this song. And it says it all. Self-made man. I don't want to win the pools or the lottery or anything like that. I want to earn everything I fucking get. It's like, I don't want money shoved in my bum. Might sound a bit uncouth, but no, I want to earn it. Right, number 2. And like the other side, this has got 2 dots on the underneath of the top part. Oh, you know what? I didn't check it. Oh yeah, no, I've got it right. It actually made me think, oh, I bet I've got to check myself saying that. Oh, I tell you what, being an old fart, when you're on your knees, you don't half realise it. Lord have mercy, I'm a self-made man. Alright, where's the old? Alright, and it's the same thing again. You've got your 25mm M6 and put your bolt and your big washer through, and then you've got that 10mm nylock spacer. You stick that through the hole in the bracket, flange, nut. No, quicker. And let it sit as natural as possible. Spread it so it sits out as much as possible. That way you got more clearance for the motors. So, and this is nearly the end of assembly. Jawohl! No, I've got to tighten up the front. I got to do it and show you, so you don't forget. Two more left. Bang. I know I've got 4 left actually. We've got the ones at the bottom of the foot controls. So you've got to remember, once you've got that all tightened, you'll come down here. The last ones you're going to tighten, you're going to be at the rear, which is going to be that lower bolt for the foot controls. Yeah, there's 2. And then 2 rears on the fairing, lower. Yeah, it's hard working from behind. Right. Right. That is fucking solid. Yeah. Right. I think, right, I need to put it in the right place. Move back. Change cam. I need to put that camera differently so it gets the whole thing against a white background. Right, now the bloody microphone's in the way. Come here, you bugger. Right. I love that mic actually. It's a brilliant bloody mic. And because I'm kind of OCD. Right, it's in the middle of the picture and it's mainly white. Oh goodness, if anyone's watching, thank you. But you know what? It's been a stress doing a demo and assembly video. I am not the best at videos. In fact, I think I'm probably the worst. But there's the basics. She's not got the motor unit in it yet. That's where I'm hoping that when Ahmed comes from Malaysia on 1st of February, he'll test my prototype and then he'll say, yeah, he's got to have the motors. I can't see how he can take it to Malaysia and not have it powered. It's just ridiculous. It's a motion system. Why have you not got motors, dude? Skimping, and it's a pain for me because I have to make the motor mount, because I have to ship it with the motors mounted on the motor mount, and he can then simply with 3 bolts mount the whole bloody thing in one simple thing, 3 bolts. But because of the powder coating, I can't ensure it will just fit. You might have to do a bit of grinding on the insides of the brackets. I don't want that. I want to be able to fit all my systems with the motor bracket, because the motor bracket's a lot of work. Oh well, there you go. So people, thank you for watching. I don't know, can I? No, I can't grab that cam. So we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to do a video where I kind of pan around the system. But for now, yeah, anyone that's watched, thank you very, very much. Buy one! No, seriously. Even if you watch just because you've got the interest in such things, I much appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know my videos are boring because, like with the seat unit, you get problems, but I do not edit my videos. I just carry on. So thank you, and well, for me, have a good evening. Whatever time of day it is for you, have a wonderful day or night or afternoon. Goodbye.